Hey, this is Mark Lambert with Sweet Swan of Mine. We're here in the test kitchen. We're cooking up my special today, which is pork butt or pork shoulder. There's a couple of things to consider. This portion usually contains like a lymph node. You have to dig in to find it just a little bit, but in order to do that, the easiest way is to just sort of straighten it up. And we're just going to clean that edge up just a little bit. And when I do that, you can just see the edge of it there. It's a little gray fatty mass right there. And we're just going to go around it. And we're going to pull that little lymph node out of there. We can take this collar and work our way around. And we're going to cheat a little bit. We want it nice and big and plump. We're going to come all the way around this thing. And as we cut, we're just going to turn it around. And we've got this big, beautiful, sliceable roast. And now our money muscle is right here. So we're going to season this guy up. We're also going to inject this meat. So before we put this in the grill, we're going to inject this with my flavor enhancing brine. It's called Sweet Brine of Mine. It comes in a powder in a bottle. This makes about a half a gallon of liquid. We've already got about a quart of it made up right here. And we're just going to go through here and inject. And one thing you want to try to do is try to not manipulate this meat a lot as you are injecting. It's much better if you just let the meat rest, and it really helps retain moisture post-cook, and we can get this money muscle at a super tender state. Our normal seasoning method consists of a two-step process. My good friends at Boar's Not Out there, White Lightning, that goes on there first. And then we go on with the Sweet Rub of Mine right after that. And we're going to prep a few other things to go on it for dinner tonight as well. But this is world champion pork shoulder material right here, ready to go on the smoker. We're going to start out with a charcoal chimney. You can use any kind you want. We allow the firebox to come up to temperature once we dump them. And it allows us to start drawing air through this cylinder. We like to make sure that our B&B wood, it's always consistent at under 10% moisture. Once the charcoal goes on, it comes to temperature. We go inside the firebox, and we start off with about 4 of these B&B logs. And it's going to smoke some when you get started. As the fire grows and the cylinder and the chamber heat up, it's going to draw more air through the pit, and you'll slowly start to see that smoke coming out the chimney be a really faint blue. Sometimes you can't even see the smoke coming out of it because it's burning so clean. You're still getting flavor out of this. We've got our Legend offset smoker ready to go. It's running 290 on one side and 300 on the other side. We're just going to transfer it to a small little wire rack just because it's easy to move and manipulate and control. And when we're finished, easier to take over and wrap up and get it ready. So we've got us a water pan that sort of gives us a little block from that fire coming right out of the firebox. It's going to stay on there, and we've got a couple of logs of B&B pecan running in the firebox. Okay, I think our money muscle or our pork collar is about ready to wrap. This thing has a beautiful color already on it in just, I don't know, an hour and a half to 2 hours roughly. By pulling out some film, yes, we're going to use some film, not just foil. We're going to take this film, and we're going to put down a little bit of not so much butter. And we're going to put a little bit of turbinado sugar. You can use brown sugar if you like. This is just easy. We're going to take a little Sweet Swan of Mine sweet and spicy vinegar sauce. And we're going to take a little apple cherry habanero rib candy. You can use whatever type of pepper jelly you like, really. It doesn't matter that much. Now, it can get a little messy. You kind of better be quick about this and have some containment processes in place. So I'm going to be ready when I get ready to add my secret weapon, which is a little citrus soda. Is what we're looking for out of this. So a little bit of that. We're going to take the edges and roll them over. We're going to try to contain it as best we can. And we're going to roll it. Now I'm going to go end over end. And guys, this is how I do my competition pork. Now this, because that's a hot piece of meat, is all sealed up like a little shrink wrap, little cryovac. So we want to make sure and cook it to the right temperature. we have our thermometer handy. And we're going to insert this probe. The normal way we do it is just to probe right through the middle to get a center mass reading on this. So once we get that done, we can take it straight back to the pit. And we can set it right there on the rack. Now, once this is done, that temperature is probably going to say 205 degrees or so. And what happens is that saran wrap or that food film expands and has a lot of pressure. It gets put under pressure because you're cooking moisture out of the meat. Once we take it off, the cool thing about this process, everything goes back and it sucks it all right back up. Okay, our money muscle or our pork collar is ready. So this pork, as you can see, it's swelled up nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in here and make sure that it feels soft. And it feels really good in there. So we're going to let this rest for about an hour in the Cambro or an insulated cooler, whatever it is. Give it time to rest and relax and all of those juices reabsorb and all that pressure come off of this. And once that happens, we're going to put it back on here and glaze it. We're going to make it nice and pretty for those quintessential money muscle slices that you see in those competition boxes. Money muscle's ready. High on the hog is what we're talking about here. Baby back ribs and money muscle. Some of the best stuff that there is. It's been glazed and it's had time to rest. This is the way we do our competition money muscles for a pork box. So when we do a box, we always cut the end off first. And you can see that cross section. That goes off first. So then we start making our slices, and then depending on how it feels, whether it's going to be too soft or too tight, we'll pick how thick we want our slices. This is going to probably be a little over 1/4 of an inch in slices. And we're borderline with how tender it is, because I cheated a little bit and there's more than one muscle in here. We're going to cut all of it. Even though we're really out of the money muscle now, we're into the tail. That little outside jewel right there. Woo! I'm going to tell you. So, we're going to lay these over. Nice and neat. We're going to fan it out like that. Now, you can go back with barbecue sauce. We've already got barbecue sauce on the outside. I like to go in with a glaze. What I mean by a glaze is this is a Captain Rodney sweet and spicy pepper glaze. This is what we use to finish everything with. What you'll see about it is it's clear and it makes it shine, and it has that flavor enhancing quality of habanero pepper without the heat of habanero pepper. And it puts that beautiful shine on that meat. We've got a really nice finished money muscle ready to go.